Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign people. E-Ray Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. First, I'd like to thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate the week's upcoming challenges. Take advantage of the assistance and opportunities aspecting you, and even be able to look forward to the blessings. Now, if you should definitely look at your sun, moon, and rising sign video, as it paints a clearer picture of what you'll actually be dealing with this week. If you don't know your sun, moon, and your rising sign, and you require a natal chart analysis or a tarot reading, don't hesitate to contact me at mentalchattermusings@gmail.com, or you can Facebook Messenger me, and I'm available either way. Now, this month, Mental Chatter Musings is honoring and celebrating creative genius and Essence best-selling author Tushonda Whitaker and her latest release, Role Play. I implore you to dive into the audio ebook version or even the paperback version of Role Play. You can find not only one but two sneak peeks into Role Play inside the newsletter. Now, the newsletter is attached here if you hit the down bar, and it's also on my website, eraybooks.com, or even my book page on Facebook, E-Ray Books, E-Ray Taronic, I'm sorry. But anyway, you can tap into Role Play there and then take in the full Monty. Now, in addition to that, Mental Chatter Musings is actually spotlighting or featuring several book giveaways this month. The book giveaways include my newest novel, Deadliest Intuition. It's a paranormal psychological thriller, or it's a psychological thriller that adds the paranormal as well as love into the mix. So please don't hesitate to check it out. And last but not least, we have author Untame's Never Again No More. I posted on my timeline yesterday the synopsis for Never Again No More, a video presentation. So please don't hesitate to go to my timeline on author E-Ray Taronic and check it out. I think you like it. All right. So now let's talk about this week. This week, please do not forget to vote in the LCA 21 awards. Voting can be found on my book page, my literary page. That's just E-Ray Taronic on Facebook. Deadliest Intuition has been nominated for Best Plot Twist. I'm extremely honored and just humbled, to even be nominated for this position. So thank you so much. And thank you to those of you who are taking the time and who have already taken the time to vote for Deadliest Intuition for Best Plot Twist. I love you guys, and thank you so much. Now, on Clubhouse, Diamonds World will be back on August 29th with Quan. They'll be chatting it up about Animal 5. Until then, continue to check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It's where authors give you their impromptu freestyles according to a subject of the ladies' choosing. I was actually one of the artists in Freestyle Friday last Friday, so don't hesitate to go to the group and check that out. Without any further ado, let's get into it. The sun is in its last week of Leo at home, where it is exalted. Venus transitions into our sector of partnerships. For you, the sector of home and family. So this is wonderful for you, Cancer. And if you have any placements within 3 degrees of the degree that I mentioned, more or less, this will aspect you more heavily. All right, so let's get into it. Now, let's get this computer. The sun today is in Leo at 23 degrees. It is directly opposing the moon in Scorpio at 23 degrees. Try to manage your ups and downs. You can find that many are quite moody today. All right, don't let setbacks get you down. Where there are opportunities out there where you wouldn't necessarily even expect them. Okay, so don't get downtrodden. Try to keep it at a balanced level today. Now, on Monday the 16th, the sun is in Leo at 24 degrees. This is still your sector of money. And when I say balance with the ups and downs, feeling certain types of ways, it would be about money or resources. But anyway, and your delusions about money and resources as it pertains to romance, creative endeavors, and children. Now, on Monday, the 16th, the sun is in Leo at 24 degrees. Stay on task. You'll need to be diligent to accomplish your goals, and patience is key. Knowledge is power. Mercury is square Ceres and the North Node in Gemini. Okay, so that's going to be communication, siblings, short distance travel, your networks of people, squaring your area of secret, sacrifice, solitude, where you're trying to force you in the North Node, where you're trying to go, where you're trying to get, people gossiping about you in your networks of people. Maybe you've sibling gossiping about you. Maybe people in your neighborhoods gossiping about you, your neighbors gossiping about you, people you deal with on a regular basis gossiping about you. Okay, gossiping about your work, health, your daily routines. You know, he's doing it, she's doing this, he's doing that. You know, somebody's always got something to say, and it's kind of clashing with you moving forward and creating the best image for yourself. You know, even behind the scenes. But you know, don't worry, it is what it is. People are going to talk. They're going to say what they're going to say. Just make sure that you're doing the best you can, not to be catty or gluttonous, or you know, just falling into your primal instincts, because it's squaring where the South Node is in work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. So at work, where you might tend to slack off a bit, or delve into your lower vibrational tendencies, they're going to be gossiping about that and talking about that on Monday. Also, at the same time, Venus is going to move into Libra, your sector of home and family. This is going to be wonderful for you. It's not a one-day transit. It starts on Monday, but it's got to go through 29 degrees of Libra. Okay, so it moves a degree a day. That tells you about how long it's going to be. All right, so you'll have Venus there, ushered into home and family, romance in home and family, finances in home and family, pleasurable times in home and family. So that's wonderful for you. Okay, now as far as the assistance, it's going to be monetary, and it's going to be through work, health, and daily routines, and where you are of service to others. You helping others out in home and family, you working for others in home and family, you getting assistance monetarily from people in home and family, you getting resources and gathering resources and help with resources through people in home and family, even resources for health for people, you know, in home and family. Okay, so you have that aspect in you all 29 degrees while Venus is there, and when it comes across your nodes of Libra, that's when you'll feel it. It starts at 0 though on Monday, so if you have any aspects between like 0 and 3, it'll be aspecting you, or even back into Virgo 28 degrees, you know, it'll be aspecting 28, 29 degrees Virgo as well. So as far as the friction to home and family because of this abundance, it's going to be your relationships. It's ushering in good times to your relationships where you normally have challenges. Okay, so it's bringing in the good that way. Just make sure you don't go overboard for people in home and family. Okay, as far as your blessings to home and family, they're going to be behind the scenes and shared finances, which is wonderful because you have Jupiter in shared finances and endings, new beginnings, and things like that. I would say sex, intimacy, behind the scenes and things like that. It's wonderful for, you know, for home and family, for you to gain some type of closure, for you to move forward, for things that were hidden and that were secret to come out and be offered to you. It's blessings, okay, when Libra's there. So this is wonderful for you in home and family. On Tuesday, the 17th, the sun is in Leo at 25 degrees. There are always those behind the scenes who want to cause you strife or undermine you. Don't help them by exhausting your resources. Leo is your area of money and personal resources. So your friends can exhaust those. Your social groups can exhaust those. You can exhaust them, even by giving to friends and through social groups, or even through romance, creative endeavors, and children. You might be exhausting your resources or spending too much money on Tuesday. Be mindful of that. Don't exhaust your resources. If you get some money coming in because of this trine to Leo, healing you through work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others, you feeling good and feeling some type of healing as to that area. The South Node is there, so don't go overboard and don't exhaust your resources or be a glutton. Now on Wednesday, the 18th, the sun is in Leo at 26 degrees. You want to mind your temper because things can go too far, much further than you'd like, especially with Jupiter in Aquarius, your area of things that you're passionate about and shared finances, semi-squaring your area of career, things you're passionate about in career and things like that. You can see some conflicts as far as your image or even the assistance you're receiving. That's when your image can be tarnished if you find yourself going overboard with the pleasures afforded you or the assistance afforded you in life because of your hard work, esteem that you've built among peers, friends, or family, or even colleagues. Overindulgence in all forms is frowned against on Wednesday. So whether it be substances or gluttony or money, what's gained can always be lost, and a fall from grace is very possible. It can happen, and it would have to do with your career. So be very, very mindful about your passions and the things that you're passionate about. Don't press your luck on Wednesday. On Thursday, August the 19th, the sun is at 27 degrees. Finding balance, Cancer, is very, very possible on that day. Due to the favorable aspect of the sun, you can find some balance that day. It can be illuminated to you. But due to the aspect of the sun, you could find that due to the aspect of the sun, I'm sorry. But because Mercury is conjunct Mars in Virgo, highlighting communication during your daily routines, snags with skills, delays with skills and communication, misunderstandings between skills and communication as it pertains to work, health, daily routines, where you are of service to others and things like that. It's going to be conjunct there. So things are going to be highlighted with that communication, and people maybe even nitpicking you or you nitpicking people because Virgo is there. That's critical, people being critical of you within communication. And you have to be mindful of being critical of others as well, especially as it pertains to at work and where you're of service to others, because people are gossiping about you there already behind the scenes. Okay, so be mindful of being critical of others because people can be just as critical of you. And I just saw 1212 on the clock. You might want to look up that angel number. Also on Thursday, Uranus is going to go retrograde. That's your sector of friends and social groups and contacts and stuff like that. Okay, so where you are, that's where upheavals and shocks and surprises are coming to. It's going retrograde, so you're going to have some blessings from the past. Okay, well, first of all, we want to say that coming back to affect your personal finances and resources, friends, social groups, and things like that. You can shockingly increase your worth because of what you've already learned from the past, and make sure you learn from the past. But on the contrary, if you square this angle, you can see challenges coming back against your worth from the past. And this is going to have to do with your friends and your social groups and things like that. Challenges monetarily coming back from the past. You spending too much money. That's what it is. You haven't exhausted your resources like that. Shockingly, things coming up that you're passionate about getting in the way. Also, it could deal with sex and intimacy. So you could have friends coming back from the past that you've maybe had, or social contacts that you had some sexual relationships with, that come get in the way, and they start creating some type of strife or conflicts. So you want to be mindful of that. If you want to keep them out, make sure you let them know and be honest and clear-sighted with people. This is about your friends and your social group. So I would advise you just not to exhaust your resources. As far as your blessings communicated to you, it's going to be about money. It's going to be about money. You could get a letter in the mail. You could get, during short distance travel, something you're passionate about no, I'm sorry. That's not about shared finances. Scratch that. The communication is going to be about your relationships. You transforming your relationships with siblings, neighbors, community, and friends. Them bringing you blessings that help you transform your relationships. Okay, they're going to communicate blessings to you, your friends, and the relationships you harbor. Okay, which, that makes sense. So no, it's not about the money, even though you do have a trine with Venus as far as your shared finances, so don't worry. Now, that's going to be for some time, that transit that I just talked about. And your assistance and opportunities, shockingly, that are going to come back to you are going to be through friends and social groups. And it's going to be about things that you've written in, things that you've submitted, what you think and what you preach, your education and skills. And it's going to be your friends that are at a distance from you, offering you assistance and things like that. Now on Friday, and that's going to be a transit for some time, because first of all, Uranus is in your sector of friends and goals and things like that for the next 26 years, for the next 6 years. I'm sorry, until 2026, the next 5 years. But it's going retrograde right now. So things from the past are coming back, assistance from the past, blessings from the past, challenges from the past as it pertains to friends and your networks of people. This is going to be going on for quite some time. Now, goals, friends, and contacts. On Friday, August the 26th, August the 20th, the sun is in Leo at 28 degrees. Opposing Jupiter in Aquarius, your sector of shared finances, things you're passionate about, sex and intimacy, illuminating opportunities for those things. You could find yourself very optimistic, but try not to be too self-centered or pushy as it pertains to your resources, whether it's shared finances or personal finances that come in, because those are the two areas aspecting each other. Personal finances and shared finances, sex, intimacy, endings, new beginnings. Something could be highlighted Friday for you that's a blessing, but don't get too boasty about it, okay? Also on that day, Friday, Virgo, your area of communication, siblings, short distance travel, and your networks of people is trining your friends and your social groups. Okay, so they could bring you some type of blessing. They could communicate some type of blessing to you. And with the moon in your shared finances and things you're passionate about, conjunct Saturn, okay, building foundations, and trining Venus, your area of home and family, as well as behind the scenes, secret sacrifice and solitude, pushing you towards your north node. Those are all blessings that could come your way. So a blessing behind the scenes, some secret coming out, some type of closure coming in as it pertains to your home and family that has to do with shared finances, that has to do with things you're passionate about, that has to do with some money. All right, that's aspecting you, especially if you have any angles around that 14-degree mark, between 11 and I would say 17 degrees, any of those signs. Okay, Taurus or Virgo, or even with Aquarius. Yeah, this is going to be around the beginning degrees, around, I guess I would say from 0 to maybe 8 degrees, as far as the Libra and Gemini and Aquarius transit. That will affect you more so. Now on Saturday, August the 21st, the sun is in Leo at 29 degrees. Don't talk about it, be about it. In other words, don't sit around complaining. Put grounded and sensible plans into action on that day. The moon in Aquarius, your sector of shared finances, passions, sex, and intimacy, is going to be squaring your friends and your goals that you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so spending or exhausting your resources will not solve your problems. Also, try not to be too needy or act impulsively when it comes to personal finances or resources on Saturday. All right, now let's talk about your cards, because first of all, the first thing you have aspecting as far as your cards is some type of shock, some type of surprise. Shocks and surprises this week. It could be about monetary resources, because that's what's right up under it. Some type of communication coming to your way, shocking communication that you weren't expecting coming your way, as far as manifesting some type of money or a job. And it could also make you feel like the Nine of Pentacles. Likely it will have to do with home and family or some type of partnership that you're already in. Okay, so you've got that aspect in you, and you've got that coming your way. Okay, so be mindful of that Nine of Pentacles action. Now, with that shock and that surprise that is coming your way, we also have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is about being grounded. Okay, the Four of Pentacles is also about some type of firm, established foundation. Okay, it could also be about the monotony setting into a relationship. Okay, be mindful of not letting the monotony set into a relationship, and be mindful of continuing to put in the hard work that you need to put in to create your stability, as far as the hard work you're putting in. Okay, you've got some stress, you've had some hard work that you're putting in, maybe even not necessarily a test of faith, but just a burden or hard work. It could be about your stability, you working hard to try and gain your stability. And the Justice card came out, and the Justice card came out upside down though. So, well, I picked it up and it kind of came up upside down to me. So it could stand for some type of unfairness, or even lack of accountability. If it's a lack of accountability in your stability or in the home, or it's some type of dishonesty or unfairness that you feel that you've been feeling because of your stability, or even home and family, a decision is made that maybe it's not in your favor. Maybe decisions have been made that's not in your favor, and you've been going through this hard work and you've been judged unfairly. With the Justice card coming up upside down, that's what it's telling me. You've been having to work hard because of something that you feel that has not been fair to you in home and family. Can I get a card as to what's going to be the outcome for that? Okay, you're looking within. You're waiting now for something to come towards you, and you're asked to look within to figure out, okay, all right, to go on some type of new journey, okay, to your stability. You're going to have a lot of options at your disposal coming at you, all right, and you're going to come in as the fool, because you're going to go on some type of new journey where you feel that you've been wronged in some sort of way, okay, all right. Also, I want you to be mindful of substances, whether it's obsession with an unhealthy relationship, whether it's some substances that you are using, something about the devil. It could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. Now, if it's a Capricorn you're dealing with, you are at a position of not really knowing where to go with them. You're waiting and kind of deciding what you should do with them. Either that, or you got some type of substances holding you back. Okay? Some type of it could be anything. It could be an obsession with food. It could be drugs. It could be money. It could be, it could be any of those things. Let me get a little bit of clarification as to that Hangman and that Devil card. But it definitely could be something holding you back. Okay, yeah. And you got the Nine of Wands that came out for that upside down. So that's defensiveness, paranoia. It's likely you're at full capacity and can't take any more at this time. Frayed nerves will start to show, and you need to take care of yourself, okay? Put off important decisions until you can decide, all right? You want to be, you want to be mindful of that. Something is getting out of hand as to your situation. You would know, better than me. But like I said, hold off on big decisions, okay? Where you could either be dealing with an air sign person, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, or this could be you, and it's asking you to not only attend to your deeper needs as the Queen of Cups would, but to do what's best for you. She looks out for herself above anybody else, okay? This is what it's asking you to do. To look out for yourself above anybody else and cultivate the skills that you need to. This is you taking the reins as far as cultivating your skills and working on your money situation even, okay? Because these are about pentacles, all right? Look into things as far as your money and what you should do with them, because you got somebody around you wanting to, they're either lying, or you need to just keep your wits about you within even a creative situation where you're working on your skills and stuff like that, because somebody around you is only valuing their own interests. So you need to keep your wits about you as far as that, all right? And make sure nobody's around you being deceptive or lying to you, either about money or even the skills that you're cultivating, all right? Be mindful that there could be somebody in your midst that's not, they're definitely not valuing your interests. So make sure you do that at the very least. Now, in addition to that, you have the wish fulfillment card. This is coming, okay? This is coming because it's asking you to continue to have strength. So this is coming in for you, all right? But you're going to have strength as it pertains to your money, all right? This is a wish that you've been wanting as far as money, because Leo is your sector of personal finances and resources, okay? So now this is aspecting you, and this is aspecting you through clear thinking, through logic, through problem solving, through you using, you being strategic, okay? This could be you, or this could have to do with, you know, your sword sign areas, which are home and family, secret sacrifice, solitude, shared finances, and things like that. Okay, you need to make sure you use your mental acuity as to how to use any money that comes into you this week. Okay, if it's stagnant coming in, you need to use your mental acuity as to how to get it unstagnated. Okay, let me ask for one more card as to that King of Swords card and this money situation as to how it's shaping up for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people this week. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people this week. How is that? Okay, yeah, you're going to have to use your intuition. You're going to have to look within and use your intuition as far as what you're going to do with your monetary resources this week. Did you want to say anything else to me? Any other messages? Any other messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising? Okay, they got that wish fulfillment coming in for their money, but what else? These cards are coming out. Okay, so fast communication is coming into you regarding home and family. Fast communication is coming into you regarding home and family. Use your mental acuity as what to do with these resources, as to what you should do with these resources. I love you, Cancer. I'll see you guys next week. Bye now.